Hello friends, today we'll be descaling my Keurig K Supreme Plus coffee maker. To start off, we're going to remove the water filter by twisting right here and pulling up, and we're going to empty out the water reservoir. How we're going to pour in our descaling solution, we're going to use the entire bottle. It's easiest to get the descaling solution to water ratio correct if you start with the reservoir empty. The instructions say to dilute the descaling solution 1:1 with water by refilling the descaling solution bottle up with water and adding that to the reservoir. But I only read the instructions after filming this, so in the video you'll see me incorrectly fill the entire reservoir up with hot water. I use hot water here because I want the machine to put in less heat, because I'm hoping it's better for the machine, it's less stress on the heating element. I'm not sure it'll make a meaningful difference. I incorrectly overfilled the reservoir so much that I can't get the lid back on. You should definitely use the 1:1 ratio of water to descaling solution and not overfill the reservoir all the way up like I do here. Now we're going to put a large ceramic mug on top of the drip tray. The instructions specifically mention to use a ceramic mug because they're not prone to cracking under thermal shock. And we're going to verify that there is no K-cup in the machine. The machine automatically turns on whenever the K-cup pod holder is opened, but I turned it off here. I'll reopen and close the pod holder so you can see the descale message that's displayed when the machine turns on, just for reference. With the machine turned back off, we're going to press and hold the 8 and 12 ounce buttons until the machine enters descale mode. We need to enter this mode to reset the descale interval so that we no longer see that warning message when the machine turns on. Once we're in the descale mode, you saw me just press the brew button there to begin brewing our first cup of descaling solution water. For reference, after each cup is brewed, the screen just continuously says descale, the brew button flashes, and I click on the brew button, and the screen switches to descaling, and then there's like an ellipsis of 3 dots that indicate that it's doing something. Now in theory, the machine should never be run without water. It actually has an internal reservoir with 2 probes in it, and it measures the continuity across those probes to verify that the reservoir is not empty, because the water is used to cool the heating element. And because it's using this continuity sensor to measure the water level, you cannot use distilled water, as distilled water may not be conductive enough for the sensor to work. Just a fun fact. But that sensor appears to not be working in this case, as it does let me run dry. I allow the machine to run dry in the video because I'm not sure if the descaling mode requires the add water light to come on as part of the descaling process for it to reset that reminder, or if it's based on me just entering the mode, or it's based on the number of cycles I run while in descale mode. But you should ideally never let the machine run dry. After using up all the descaling solution, the instructions on the descaling solution bottle say I should let the machine sit for 30 minutes before doing anything, but the official Keurig instructions online say I can move on to cleaning the reservoir and stuff. Not sure which one's correct. I'm not sure why there's a divergence in the instructions. Now we're going to remove the reservoir and wash it. If you've never changed the filter before, here's how you do it. So you just squeeze tabs on the two sides of the bottom of this filter. To install the filter, it just goes over the hole where the machine sucks the water from. And then it's about a quarter turn to lock it in place. It's fairly fragile. If you turn too hard or too much, it'll come back off. Now we're going to fill the reservoir up with some fresh tap water, and we're going to resume the fun pressing the brew button, emptying the mug game. For whatever reason, the low water sensor has decided to start working, and the add water message is now displayed on the screen. So I'm going to go ahead and add some water. At this point, the machine turns itself off. I think it's because we're at the add water point again, and since it's the second time we've been asked to add water, the machine knows it's done the descaling process, so it's turned itself off and reset the descaling reminder. So you can see here when I turn the machine back on, I'm immediately asked to add water. I refilled the reservoir with some tap water. Now we can power cycle the machine to confirm the descaling warning has gone away. Yes. And also we can feel the machine's hot. There's a little bit of steam that comes out of it, you can't really see in the video. What's also interesting is in the past, while the descaling warning was in place, the buttons were kind of glitchy. Sometimes it'd be like phantom button presses, or they'd stick. Either the heat, the steam, or the descale warning software might have been causing that issue. I'm not exactly sure what the root cause is. That appears to have gone away. Thank you for watching. I'll have links in the video description for both the official PDF instructions and a photo of the instructions that were on the bottle of descaling solution. I'd like to leave you guys with a fun fact. While the brewer is off, if you press and hold the brew and 12-ounce buttons together, you can get unheated water to be pumped through the machine for